houserepairsyourself.com. Okay, we're going to put things back together now and see if we can get this dishwasher to run. Here's our old one that we had. It's kind of all jammed up. This is the new one. You can see it looks pretty much identical, is what I can tell, but there may be a difference somewhere, but you can see how this spins freely. Got a new seal, a new impeller. All the parts look really good to me. So we'll set the old one aside and let's install this thing. So we're going to basically reverse everything that we just did. We're going to put the motor in place. Remember, here, bolt hole. There's where the bolt goes in. And remember, we turned it a little bit to remove it. So we're gonna realize that that's kind of the opposite of what we're doing now to put it back together. So we're gonna snap it in this position, then we're gonna rotate it down to where, if you can see that or not, where the bolt hole lines up with the threaded area. Now we're going to do this, reverse this the same way. The shield goes like this. And we're going to use our socket with an extension on it here. And we're going to thread that in there, just like that. And just tighten that, just tighten it a little bit. Snug it up, but don't put a lot of pressure on it. Like one hand is about all you need. This is all plastic and you don't want to over tighten things. You end up breaking something. Okay, so that's how we took it out. So let's try to put it back in now. And I'm just gonna reverse what we did. I'm gonna plug in the wiring harness. I'm gonna install the sensor. I am going to put on the pump, drain pump motor. Okay, we're going to do the rest from underneath. Okay, now we're underneath here. I've put all those little clips back in that hold it into the tub. Got 3 of those around the perimeter. Now we've got this discharge motor that drains the dishwasher. So remember, that rotates into place. So we're going to push it in, then rotate it up and kind of listen for a click right there. Okay, that's good. Now we got to put the drain hose back on. Do that. And we'll take this clamp and bring it around with our pliers, which I lost. There they are. And I just got a simple pair of pliers, no fancy tools here needed. There is a little tool that's made for these kind of clamps. If you've got one, use it, but don't feel like you have to buy a bunch of fancy tools to do this. We're just using some simple tools here. Now I'm just kind of feeling to make sure that the clamp is slid down close to the end of the rubber fitting, and it is. There's just a little bit of rubber sticking out past the clamp, which is what I want. Okay, that's our last connection there. We will bring these plates and put them into place. We're not going to show all this on the video. You can figure this out, but our dishwasher has 2 plates like this. And they just overlap one another like that. And you can see right over here, we've got a hole for a screw. In fact, I'll just show you. That just gets threaded in there. And we can tighten that up with a screwdriver. Got one over here. But let's take a look up above and now and finish this up and see if we can test it and see if it runs. Okay, now we're going to put the pieces back together, and it's just simply following the reverse procedure. We're going to set that down there. Remember, we've got this little Tupperware lid thing. Remember we talked about that? That's got to snap on. All right, then we've got these 4 screws, which we've got to tighten. And again, don't over tighten these things, it's just all plastic, so go easy on it. Now we're going to reverse our order here. I'll do the best I can to show you this all on the video. We're going to slide our upper rack out. Put this tube in here that carries the water to the top. And remember, that's the opposite of what we did. We start it to the side and then we swing it into place. And it locks in. And again, we got those clips in the back. I got to clip both sides. And I've got a clip in the top for mine. Yours might be slightly different. But once those are clipped in, then we know we're good. Alrighty. The next and last final step, I believe, is to install the wash arm. Can you hand me the wash arm, Mason? Thank you. Now you remember I tried to confuse you at the beginning with these threads, but they are backwards threads, on mine at least, so just be aware of that. So I am turning to the left to tighten this. Normally you go right tight and left loose. We're going left tight on this. Okay, got that in place. I think we're ready to test it. Okay, let's do a test. Sounds like the water's filling. I'm going to take a look underneath again to make sure there's no water that's dripping. If there's dripping water, we know we got a problem. No drip so far. I think I'm going to leave that bottom panel off until we run through the whole cycle. That way we can tell if it drips at any point along the way. And there's our motor that kicked on. Sounds nice and quiet. Still filling. If yours does that where it just cycles for just a couple seconds, that's normal. And that makes the water kind of swish around in there and fill up any of the containers and bowls and cups that you have in your rack. Then it judges the water level again after that swishing occurs. So that's all normal. Okay, there we go. I don't know how well you can hear it on camera, but I can hear it nicely. Water swishing around inside there and a quiet motor underneath. So I hope that helps you get the confidence to take your dishwasher apart and make some repairs on it. So go out there and get it done and bring your family home.
Don't forget to push the like button to subscribe to our channel.